Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we saw that ES pulled back to the 04 to 07 support and ended up bouncing right from there and going up to the 26 half resistance area. So at this point, the market is attempting a breakout above this very defined 3-day balance. So we're going to be using the 16 to 18 half as the micro bull bear zone. As long as ES is holding above that area, we know that the breakout attempt is still intact. And on the upside, if we can now break out above 26 half to 28 half, then we could be heading up to the 38 to 40 resistance zone, and eventually 44 half to 46 half, and perhaps beyond. But these are then the hurdles along the way. So this morning, the primary focus is going to be on the long side, as long as the market is holding above 16 to 18 half, ideally even above the 2020 pre-market support. Ideally the market balances up here and then puts in a upside breakout past 31 half and then heading up to 38 to 40, which would be the primary target on the upside. On the downside, if you break below 16 to 18 half, it doesn't mean that it has to be a all-out reversal, but short term it would tell you that this bigger picture breakout attempt is failing, and then we could get a pullback to 11 to 13, 04 quarter to 07 quarter, and potentially even lower given the high volatility that we're seeing in this market. But it doesn't mean that it has to be a complete reversal. Responsive buyers can still be active on pullbacks into support, but then you just have to time it and make sure you're getting good enough trade location that it's worthwhile to actually put on the trade. So for example, if you're liquidating below 16 to 18 half, then perhaps skip the 11 to 13 zone. On the other hand, if you slice through 16 to 18 half and the market is already exhausted, then maybe 11 to 13 is okay. But again, that's something that will have to be decided in real time. But the main focus for now is going to be on an upside move, especially above 2020, 16 to 18 half. As long as those areas are holding, we know that the buyers are still in control. So that is going to be the focus for now. And 26 half to 28 half is really the short-term resistance that the market is testing right now. And we've already seen some rotation off that zone, but it is a hurdle until the market breaks above it. And then if we do get a breakout, then we can go directional up to 38 to 40 and potentially higher. But first test of the initial resistance zone can still be a spot where sellers are fairly active. So those are the main ideas heading into the open. Let's see if the buyers are able to hold it up above the micro bull bear zone and the pre-market support, which would leave this breakout intact, and we'll take it from there.